manunited, forced to pay over €120 million for dream summer signing. Manchester United will reportedly be forced to pay a Premier League transfer record fee for a midfielder if they are to secure the signing of Elliot this summer. The Nottingham Forest star has been earmarked as the Red Devils' primary transfer target for the upcoming window, and they are set to battle arch-rivals Manchester City for his signature following the conclusion of the 2025-26 season. Anderson, 23, has been in sensational form this campaign, and he is expected to play a pivotal role for England at this summer's World Cup, having nailed down a starting berth alongside Declan Rice in recent months. The former Newcastle United midfielder is Manut's dream candidate to replace the departing Casemiro, although Man City want him amid the imminent exit of Bernardo Silva, while Chelsea have also been linked with a move as they prepare for a major summer window. Manunited also monitoring the likes of Adam Wharton, Carlos Baleba, Sandro Tonali, Matheus Fernandes and several other Premier League midfielders, but Anderson is their priority target. However, they will be forced to pay a fee higher than the €121 million that Chelsea spent on Enzo Fernandez in January 2023, as per David Ornstein. Speaking to The Athletic, the transfer expert said, "If they sell, Forest want to break the Premier League transfer record for a midfielder, and if they stay true to that, will both of those suitors Man City and Manunited be willing to pay it?" Anderson also already earns in excess of £100,000 per week, so you're going to need to offer him an extremely high salary. Clubs are calling Forest, but they are focusing solely on the end of their campaign, with no proper negotiations for now. And Anderson is said to be behaving impeccably in not agitating for a move. He also has a World Cup to think about. Anderson has been in superb form for Nottingham Forest this campaign, but their asking price is far higher than his current estimated transfer value ETV, which stands at €52.4 million. This places the Englishman as the 18th most valuable central midfielder in the Premier League as things stand, although this figure could rise exponentially if he performs well at the upcoming World Cup. Furthermore, data analytics experts Sports rate Anderson extremely highly, and they believe he would be the fourth best player in Manut's current first-team squad, behind only Brian Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha and club captain Bruno Fernandes. His potential Siskel rating of 124.9 would also be the second highest of any Red Devils star, with Lenny Yoro in first place and Benjamin Sesko behind in third. As a result, it's clear that Anderson would be an excellent signing for Manunited, but Forest's asking price is significantly more than it should be. Elliot Anderson is the most wanted midfielder in the Premier League, with Manchester United and Manchester City competing for his signature. Anderson's performances for Forest over the past 2 seasons have led to him becoming an England international regular. A tricky choice awaits Anderson over his next move, but for the Forest midfielder, this is the easy part. Elliot Anderson's setback. Elliot Anderson was cast aside by Newcastle to meet their PSR requirements in 2024. It was a disastrous move for the club. Anderson came through Newcastle's academy and had historic ties to the club, where his grandfather played, and won the Intercities Fairs Cup. "My dream was to play for Newcastle," he told Sky Sports earlier this season. He did the hard work, proving himself on loan spells, establishing his career for England's under-21s, and only injuries delayed his progress. Newcastle's finances led them to deduce that selling Anderson was their best path forward. They believed that Bruno Guimaraes and Sandro Tonali would limit his opportunities. This move looks short-sighted now, with both players pushing for exits away from the club. Anderson was able to use the setback as a springboard for his career, but admitted it was not easy. "It was tough at the time, but in football, as my dad says, you just have to deal with it. I just tried to approach it with the best mentality I could. Come down here, show everyone what I can do and prove a point. Now Anderson is regarded as one of the league's best midfielders. Elliot Anderson has already been given a tough lesson about the brutal nature of football. He was traded like a commodity by a club that saw him as a figure on a balance sheet. His links to Newcastle were ripped away in an instant. Leaving Nottingham Forest might be difficult for him, but in comparison, it will pale. Anderson will be taking a clear upward step wherever he chooses to go. Anderson has the opportunity to choose his destiny, rather than have it chosen for him. If he was still at Newcastle, then interest from Manchester United and Manchester City would pose him a genuine dilemma. Walking out on your boyhood club is a hard decision to make. But thankfully Anderson no longer has to make this decision. It was made for him. Now he can be free to choose his next club by whatever parameter he determines. Money, fit, trophies, manager, etc. But the emotional weight of his boyhood club holding him back won't be a factor. For Anderson, this is the easy part. He has already dealt with the toughest blow.